I lost my name one silent evening. My name was David, a simple name, heavy with history, heavy with expectations, too. Only son of Samuel and Ruth, two pillars of faith, two stern but sincere faces, two hearts full of prayers, yet so often empty of tenderness. My house was not a home, it was an altar. Everything was sacred, the silence, the routines, the framed verses on the walls. My mother prayed while folding sheets. My father prayed between two silences. And me, I prayed not to be what I was. From early on, I knew I wasn't like the other boys. I didn't like playground fights. I didn't like shouting. I preferred drawing faces, listening to birds, organizing my pencils by color. People said I was special, but from my father's mouth, that word had a blade. At 8, I already looked at boys with a strange fascination, but I had no words for it, just sensations, a chill, a warmth, and immediately a cold shame. At 10, I would spend hours praying to God to rip those thoughts from me. I hadn't even sinned yet, but I already believed I was condemned. And then came the day when everything changed. I was 13. It was at the municipal pool. I remember the cold tile beneath my feet, the loud laughter of boys, the splashes, the chaos. And then I saw him. His name was Lucas. He had a calm smile and eyes as clear as the sky after rain. He laughed, just that, and I froze, as if my whole body understood something before my mind did. That evening, I ran home, locked myself in the bathroom, and cried until I couldn't breathe. I thought I was going crazy. I thought I was sick, and so I did what I knew best. I prayed. I begged God to fix me, to straighten me, to bring me back to the right path, the one my parents had sung into me since birth. For years, I fought. I buried my looks. I silenced my dreams. I learned to control my gestures, my words, even my voice. At 15, I watched my hands, afraid they were too soft. I spoke deeper to sound normal. I laughed at jokes that hurt me. I claimed to like girls, while my heart remained empty. And then came Rachel, my fiancée, officially, a choice of reason, a cover, an arrangement, but never a truth. She loved me, and I hated lying to her. One day, she looked me in the eyes and said, "You're here, but you're not here. Not really." And I understood that she felt my absence, even in my presence. It took me time to accept it, to understand that what I carried inside was neither illness, nor rebellion, nor divine punishment. It was simply love. But in my family, love was worth nothing compared to faith. So, at 22, I spoke. That Thursday, a simple dinner, warm soup, homemade bread, and a moment where everything seemed normal. I set down my spoon and said, "I have something to tell you." They looked at me as if I were about to announce a wedding, a promotion, and I whispered, "I'm homosexual." My father stood up. He didn't yell. He didn't cry. He simply left the room, slowly, like one leaves a grave. My mother stayed. Her hands shook. Her lips too. She tried to speak, but a tear came first, and she said, "No, not you." The next morning, the lock had changed. My room was empty, my belongings in a black trash bag, an envelope taped on top. Inside, a photo of me as a child, cut in half. I wandered, walked aimlessly, slept outside. One night, 2, 3. The first time someone smiled at me was a woman in a shelter. She said, "Would you like a warm coffee?" And I cried, for the first time without shame. I finished my studies. Psychology. Ironic, right? Me, who couldn't even understand my own fractures. I got my degree and a small job in a listening center. Then one winter evening, I went out. A small cafe, a quiet place, almost empty, books everywhere, soft music. That's where I saw him. Étienne. He wore a red beanie and a smile that asked nothing, just to exist. He sat down, opened a poetry book, and I dropped my notebook. He picked it up, saw my name, smiled, and said, "David." A name that sounds like healing, doesn't it? We walked, talked, listened. He didn't ask what I was. He asked what I loved. And for the first time, I could answer without lying. Étienne showed me a world without fear. He taught me how to cook, how to laugh loudly, how to cry gently. He handed me a mirror, and in it, I saw a man, not a sin. Today, we live together. Small apartment, a dog named Salem, plants everywhere, and a quote on the wall. Love yourself. You stayed. I never saw my father again. My mother, just once. In the street. She looked away, but I kept my eyes open, because I am alive. And every day I breathe. Every morning Étienne says good morning. I know I chose life. My name is David. I am homosexual. I believe in God. I am whole. And sometimes, at night, I believe that God, too, is still learning to love the way I do.